For somebody who's not been here, I mean, how do they find a place to live?
Yeah, I mean, so in terms of finding accommodation, I think if you're coming to Cuba, you need to have a casa lined up already. I don't think it's not a good idea to show up and then being taken to one. As I said before, they say yes, it's very cheap, and they take you to a casa, and it's not. So it's best to book in advance, at least 1 or 2 nights accommodation. I mean, hostels like the one we're staying in at the moment, I think it's the Hamel Hostel in Havana, is amazing. It's cheap, so it's 5 cooks per night. There's I think 12 beds in each room, bunk beds, so 6 bunk beds in each room, which is awesome for people who want to meet other travelers and maybe do a trip together. Obviously, then you have to put up with little things like snoring and people coming in late or getting up early. But I think for me as a traveler, it's always been part of the experience is who you meet. So that's why you do it, really. And you have an amazing time along the way. If you don't get to stay in a place like this, you can stay in casas and particulares, and the prices range. Again, what I found is if you ask your current host to phone ahead in the place you're going, they can normally arrange a casa for you, and normally it's deals. So we were paying between 750 was kind of roughly the average figure in all the different places we went, but we always made sure our current host phoned ahead to the next city and organised accommodation for us. Otherwise, you're in a taxi or you're walking around with your bags, and in the heat, it's not that much fun. So it's always best, I think, to organise ahead of time before you get to a place. Have a casa lined up.
For people who don't speak Spanish, and since this is a Spanish-speaking country, what do you advise them? What kind of Spanish knowledge would they have to come with?
I think obviously the more Spanish you know, the better. But I'm not good at Spanish at all. So I just came with the basic phrases. So donde está, where is, and then you basically add anything you want onto that. Cuánto cuesta, how much does it cost, which is obviously key. You always want to agree the costs of something before you start doing it. La cuenta, the bill, obviously, por favor, because please, manners cost nothing. Gracias, and buenas. So it's different to buenos dias or buenas noches. If you say buenas, then it's a good greeting for everything. Numbers are key. Always know your numbers. If you don't, then get a piece of paper, print them out, because all the prices are given to you in Spanish. And if you don't know what they're saying, then you don't know how much you're going to pay. You just keep handing over notes until they're happy, and sometimes they'll just look at you going, "Oh, that's my tip." So make sure you know your numbers, and if you don't, at least have them written down so you can point to them.
Any other thing you want to add?
No, I don't think so. Cuba's been brilliant. I've loved it, but I'm happy to go, having experienced it. I would never regret it. It's been wonderful, but maybe it's not for a long time. It's for a good time.
Thank you.